Key information about using WH questions. WH questions are used to obtain specific information and are essential for communication in both written and spoken language. Here are some important points about their usage. 1. What are WH questions? WH questions begin with question words like who, what, when, where, why, which, whose, whom, and how. They are used to ask for information that cannot be answered with a simple yes or no. 2. Common WH question words and their uses. A who asks about a person. Example: who is your best friend? A what asks for information or specifics. Example: what is your favorite food? A when asks about time. Example: when is your flight? A where asks about a place or location. Example: where do you live? A why asks for a reason or explanation. Example: why did you leave the meeting early? A which asks for a choice between alternatives. Example: which book do you prefer? A whose asks about possession. Example: whose jacket is this? A whom asks about the object of an action, formal usage. Example: whom did you call last night? A how asks about manner, process, or condition. Example: how do you solve this math problem? 3. Sentence structure for WH questions. The typical sentence structure is WH word plus auxiliary verb plus subject plus main verb. Example: where do you live? For present simple and past simple tenses, do, does, or did is usually added. Example: what did you eat for lunch? In some questions like who and what, when they are the subject, auxiliary verbs are not needed. Example: who is calling? Subject question. 4. Types of information gathered. A who, information about a person. A what, facts, descriptions, definitions, or objects. A when, time-related information. A where, locations or directions. A why, reasons or causes. A which, choices or selections. A whose, ownership or belonging. A how, process, manner, degree or method. 5. Open-ended nature of WH questions. WH questions are open-ended, meaning they require detailed responses rather than simple yes or no answers. This makes them ideal for conversations, interviews, and discussions. Example: what did you do over the weekend? Answer cannot be yes/no. It needs more detail. 6. Differences between WH questions and yes/no questions. A yes/no question: is it raining? Answer: yes/no. A WH question: why is it raining? Answer: it's because of the weather system moving in. 7. Using WH questions in conversations. WH questions are great for starting conversations, as they encourage the other person to provide more information and open up. Example: what do you enjoy doing in your free time? 8. WH questions in formal and informal settings. Formal settings, business, interviews, official documents, may include more precise WH questions like, whom did you consult with? Are informal settings, casual conversations, usually use simpler forms like, who did you talk to? 9. Question intonation. When asking WH questions, the intonation typically falls at the end, unlike yes/no questions, which often have a rising intonation at the end. Example: what time does the store close? Falling intonation. 10. Common mistakes. Mixing up WH words. Using the wrong WH word for a question, e.g., asking, how is your house? Instead of, where is your house? Omitting auxiliary verbs. Forgetting to include do, does, or did when forming WH questions in present simple and past simple tense. Incorrect. What you do. Correct. What do you do?
Questions using what? Questions using what? What are you doing this weekend? What time does the train leave? What is your favorite movie? What did you have for dinner last night? What are your plans for the holidays? What kind of music do you like? What is the weather like today? What book are you currently reading? What did you think of the meeting earlier? What makes you happy? What is your biggest goal for this year? What languages can you speak? What do you need to complete the project? What do you do for a living? What inspired you to start your own business? Questions and answers using what? Questions and answers using what? What is your favorite color? My favorite color is blue. What time does the movie start? The movie starts at 7 p.m. What did you have for breakfast? I had pancakes and coffee for breakfast. What are you doing this weekend? I'm going hiking with friends. What is the capital of France? The capital of France is Paris. What book are you currently reading? I'm reading 1984 by George Orwell. What do you do for a living? I work as a graphic designer. What kind of music do you like? I enjoy listening to jazz and classical music. What is the weather like today? It's sunny and warm today. What are your plans for tonight? I'm planning to watch a movie and relax. What time do you usually wake up? I usually wake up at 6:30 a.m. What's your favorite food? My favorite food is pizza. What do you think about this new policy? I think the new policy is a good step forward. What makes you happy? Spending time with family and traveling make me happy. What did you learn today? I learned some new programming concepts at work.
Questions using which. Questions using which. Which movie do you want to watch tonight? Which shirt should I wear, the red one or the blue one? Which city is bigger, New York or Los Angeles? Which book are you reading right now? Which country would you like to visit next? Which dessert do you prefer, cake or ice cream? Which car brand do you think is more reliable? Which course did you sign up for this semester? Which flavor of ice cream do you like best? Which team do you think will win the championship? Questions and answers using which. Questions and answers using which. Which restaurant do you want to go to tonight? I'd like to go to the Italian restaurant. Which color do you prefer, red or blue? I prefer blue. Which movie did you watch last night? I watched Inception. Which of these books would you recommend? I recommend To Kill a Mockingbird. Which is faster, a car or a motorcycle? A motorcycle is usually faster in traffic. Which team are you supporting in the game? I'm supporting the Lakers. Which day works best for the meeting, Monday or Tuesday? Tuesday works best for me. Which phone model do you think is better, iPhone or Samsung? I think the iPhone is better for my needs. Which subject are you most interested in at school? I'm most interested in mathematics. Which train should we take to get downtown? We should take the express train. Which one is your jacket, the black one or the brown one? The black one is mine. Which drink would you like, tea or coffee? I'll have coffee, please. Which route do you usually take to work? I usually take the highway. Which actor played the lead role in the movie? Leonardo DiCaprio played the lead role. Which painting do you think is more famous, Starry Night or Mona Lisa? I think the Mona Lisa is more famous. Questions using who. Questions using who. Who is your favorite author? Who will be attending the meeting? Who taught you how to swim? Who is responsible for this project? Who are you going to the party with? Who called you earlier today? Who is the CEO of the company? Who helped you with your homework? Who do you admire the most? Who is your best friend? Questions and answers using who. Questions and answers using who. Who is your best friend? My best friend is Sarah. Who is the President of the United States? The President of the United States is Joe Biden. Who do you live with? I live with my parents and younger brother. Who is your favorite singer? My favorite singer is Adele. Who helped you with your homework? My older sister helped me with my homework. Who is coming to the party tonight? John, Emily, and Mark are coming to the party. Who wrote The Great Gatsby? The Great Gatsby was written by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Who is your favorite teacher? My favorite teacher is Mr. Johnson. Who told you about the job opening? My colleague, Susan, told me about it. Who do you think will win the game? I think the home team will win. Who was the first person to land on the moon? Neil Armstrong was the first person to land on the moon. Who is in charge of the project? Emma is in charge of the project. Who is your role model? My role model is my grandmother. Who will present the report at the meeting? David will present the report. Who invented the telephone? Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone.
Questions using how. Questions using how. How are you feeling today? How did you learn to play the guitar? How can I improve my public speaking skills? How do you stay motivated at work? How often do you exercise? How long will it take to finish the project? How did you meet your best friend? How much does this laptop cost? How do you manage your time so well? How was your vacation in Italy? Questions and answers using how. Questions and answers using how. How are you today? I'm doing well, thank you. How do you make pancakes? You mix flour, eggs, milk, and sugar, then cook them on a griddle. How old are you? I'm 25 years old. How did you get here? I took the bus. How long does it take to bake a cake? It usually takes about 30 minutes to bake. How do you feel about the new project? I feel excited about it. It's a great opportunity. How often do you exercise? I exercise about 3 times a week. How do you spell your name? My name is spelled John. How was your trip to Paris? It was amazing. I had a great time exploring the city. How far is the nearest grocery store? It's about 10 minutes away by car. How much does this laptop cost? The laptop costs $1,200. How many languages do you speak? I speak 2 languages, English and Spanish. How do you stay organized at work? I use a to-do list and calendar to keep track of tasks. How can I improve my writing skills? You can improve by practicing daily and reading more. How do you handle stressful situations? I handle stress by taking deep breaths and focusing on one thing at a time.
Questions using whom. Questions using whom. Whom did you invite to the party? With whom are you going to the concert? Whom should I contact for more details? Whom did you give the documents to? Whom are you meeting for lunch later? Whom do you trust the most in your team? Whom did you vote for in the election? Whom did you see at the event last night? Whom are you planning to take with you on the trip? Whom will you assign to lead the project? Questions and answers using whom. Questions and answers using whom. Whom did you invite to the party? I invited my coworkers and some close friends. Whom should I contact for more information? You should contact the HR department for more information. With whom are you going to the concert? I'm going to the concert with my sister. Whom did you see at the meeting yesterday? I saw the manager and the marketing team at the meeting. To whom did you send the email? I sent the email to the project manager. Whom do you trust the most? I trust my best friend the most. Whom will you choose to lead the team? I'll choose Sarah to lead the team. Whom are you meeting later? I'm meeting a client later. From whom did you hear the news? I heard the news from my brother. Whom did you help with the presentation? I helped my colleague, John, with the presentation. Whom should I ask about the schedule change? You should ask the office manager about the schedule change. Whom are they interviewing for the job? They're interviewing several candidates for the job. Whom did she marry? She married a man she met during college. With whom did you discuss the project details? I discussed the project details with the entire team. Whom are you waiting for? I'm waiting for my friend to arrive.
Questions using why. Questions using why. Why are you late today? Why did you choose that career? Why is the sky blue? Why are you upset? Why didn't you call me back? Why do you want to learn a new language? Why is the project delayed? Why do you prefer working from home? Why did they cancel the event? Why are you moving to a new city? Questions and answers using why. Questions and answers using why. Why are you late? I missed the bus, so I had to walk. Why did you choose that book? I chose it because I've heard great reviews. Why are you studying so hard? I have an important exam coming up next week. Why did you quit your job? I quit because I found a better opportunity elsewhere. Why are they canceling the event? They're canceling it due to bad weather. Why is she crying? She's crying because she lost her wallet. Why do you want to learn Spanish? I want to learn Spanish so I can travel to South America. Why didn't you call me last night? I was too busy with work and forgot to call. Why are you moving to a new city? I got a new job, so I'm relocating. Why is the sky blue? The sky appears blue because of the way sunlight scatters in the atmosphere. Why are you upset? I'm upset because I had a rough day at work. Why didn't they invite you to the party? They didn't invite me because they thought I was out of town. Why did you start a new hobby? I wanted to try something new and challenging. Why are you leaving so early? I need to catch an early flight tomorrow morning. Why do you think he's acting strange? He might be stressed about something at work.
Questions using when. Questions using when. When is your next vacation? When does the train arrive? When are you planning to move to your new house? When did you last see her? When is the project deadline? When will you visit your family? When does the concert start? When are you going to submit your assignment? When did you start learning to drive? When can we expect the package to arrive? Questions and answers using when. Questions and answers using when. When is your birthday? My birthday is on May 12th. When are you leaving for vacation? I'm leaving next Friday. When did you move to this city? I moved here 2 years ago. When will the meeting start? The meeting will start at 2 p.m. When did you last see her? I last saw her at the office yesterday. When do you plan to finish the project? I plan to finish it by the end of the week. When is the deadline for the assignment? The deadline is next Monday. When are you going to the gym? I'm going to the gym this evening. When did you learn to drive? I learned to drive when I was 18. When does the movie start? The movie starts at 7:30 p.m. When are they arriving? They're arriving tomorrow morning. When will you hear back about the job? I should hear back by the end of the week. When did you last go on vacation? I went on vacation last summer. When do you usually wake up? I usually wake up around 6:30 a.m. When are you going to visit your family? I'm planning to visit them over the holidays.
Questions using whose. Questions using whose. Whose bag is this? Whose turn is it to cook dinner? Whose idea was it to go on this trip? Whose phone is ringing? Whose dog is barking outside? Whose name is on the guest list? Whose book did you borrow? Whose birthday are we celebrating today? Whose team won the match? Whose coat is hanging by the door? Questions and answers using whose. Questions and answers using whose. Whose car is parked outside? That's my neighbor's car. Whose book did you borrow? I borrowed Sarah's book. Whose phone is this? It's mine, I left it on the table. Whose turn is it to do the dishes? It's Mark's turn tonight. Whose jacket did you take by mistake? I accidentally took John's jacket. Whose idea was it to go camping? It was Emma's idea to go camping. Whose shoes are those by the door? Those are my sister's shoes. Whose responsibility is it to manage the team? It's David's responsibility to manage the team. Whose keys did you find in the hallway? I found Anna's keys in the hallway. Whose coat is hanging on the chair? That's James' coat. Whose headphones are lying on the desk? Those are Michael's headphones. Whose team won the match? Our team won the match. Whose cat keeps visiting your garden? That's my neighbor's cat. Whose birthday are we celebrating today? We're celebrating Alex's birthday today. Whose bike is in the garage? That's my brother's bike.